Hello, my friends. I am Terry, and today we're going to talk about how to have a superpower. The superpower of calm and peace. Um, I have a nutrition site, and one thing I've noticed over the years trying to get people to break old habits and build new habits is people get stuck up in stressful moments where they fall back on old habits, or they start reacting to their emotions, or they start to have thoughts that take them off track and get them away from their goal. I'm not sure if you've ever had emotions that pulled you away from what you know you're supposed to do. And I don't know if you've ever had thoughts that are counterproductive to what it is that you're trying to do. But one thing I found that really helps that is to have some sort of daily meditation practice. Now, before you freak out, I want you to think, what was the first vision that popped in your head when you thought about meditation? You probably thought about some hippie person in the woods wearing hemp clothing and Birkenstocks, or you thought about someone sitting on a chair in lotus pose with their knees all wrapped around somewhere doing weird things with their fingers, or incense, or you thought about Om, or you thought about something stereotypical. Well, don't think any of that. I've been I've noticed a real big impact with meditation on myself over the last few years. And I'm a normal guy. I don't do a lot of weird things. But let me redefine what meditation is. In my opinion, meditation is basically separating yourself, you, from your emotions, and separating yourself, you, from your thoughts. What does that mean? So when you're driving down the street and someone cuts you off and you get pissed, or when you have a coworker at your job that gets on your last damn nerve, meditation allows you to have a space between the stimulus and the response so that you don't get consumed by that emotion and you don't get consumed by that thought, but start reacting, right? Feel something, react. Think something, react. Like there's got to be a space. Otherwise, you're like this, you're just blowing in the wind there without any control. And then when you get hungry, you're going to eat, right? Or when you get stressed, you do some stressful, counterproductive activity. You have to have some sort of space between your thought and space between yourself. And meditation is totally that thing, because you're basically, for 15 minutes a day, you're promising yourself that I'm going to sit here with my eyes closed and I'm going to breathe, and I don't care what thoughts I have or what emotions I feel, I'm not going to move, right? You make yourself this promise. You set your timer, and for 15 minutes, you're thinking all kind of crazy things. You just let them go. And you're going to feel like you need to do something, let it go. And then for 15 minutes, you do that. So you're not going to notice a benefit of meditation. That's where people's flaw is. They expect some sort of Zen moment where a Buddhist monk appears in their vision, or they see themselves riding a unicorn off of a rainbow, or they have this clear epiphany, or they have no thoughts. They just have this blank mind, and that's not going to happen. During the meditation, you're going to have thoughts. You're going to feel stuff. Here's the hack. The hack is you don't react. So you're practicing, you're building the muscle of thinking thoughts and not reacting, of feeling emotions and not reacting. So the benefit happens after you're done meditating. When you are in the grocery store line, and you always, if you're like me, you pick the longest damn line, and you can sit there and huff and puff and get frustrated, and then when the girl comes to help you check out your stuff, you got this pissy attitude, or you don't get consumed by that because you know there's a space, and you don't react to the frustration you feel. Or when you're running your business and all your suppliers are getting on your nerves, or you got a person you're working with, one of your partners just can't get their shit straight. And instead of you being consumed and snapping at them because you just feel it and you snap, you have a space. And trust me, it's magical. That's when the benefit happens, is when you feel crazy stuff during the day or you think crazy thoughts, you don't get consumed by it. So then, as far as my health coaching that I do, when people feel hungry, they don't react to the hunger. They can see a space, literally, between them and the hunger. And when they feel stressed, and they would normally do stressful things, they don't feel that anymore. So that's the benefit of meditation, is it's not weird, and it's not hippie-ish, and it's not this voodoo thing. I have very simple rules on how to meditate. Number one, you need to block off the time. You really want to try to do this every day if you can. I like mornings best because when I meditate at night, I get tired and I start falling asleep. So block off some time in the morning. I would say start with 5 minutes to start with, and then work yourself up to as much as you can. But I do 15 minutes a day, and that suffices for me. So you find a quiet place. It's important to have a quiet place. You may need to go to a large closet in your house if that's what you need, and try to go to the same place every time you meditate if you can. If you need to go outside, like sometimes I'll go hiking and I'll find a bench and I'll meditate there. You may need to meditate in your car. That's cool. Meditate in your car if you got it. But find a quiet place. And then what I do is I take my phone and I put it on Do Not Disturb, as it is now. And then I set the timer. 5 minutes if you're new, work your way up to 15 minutes. And then you put it on Do Not Disturb so it won't ring or text. You start the timer, put the phone down, close your eyes. The only rule about how you should be sitting, you don't have to be lotus style, you don't need to be whatever, you just want to have a straight back. So typically you'll want to be in a chair or on the floor so your back is straight. And you close your eyes, and I focus on my breathing. Because if I'm focusing on something that's rhythmic, that I can't control, but it's still me, it prevents too many crazy thoughts from flying in. So I try to count my breath. So I breathe in for a 4 count. And then I'll breathe out for a 4 count. And then I'll just do that. And I'm counting in my head. I'm counting 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. I'm so consumed with counting, I don't have time to be thinking about, did I leave the iron on? Did I lock the door? What do I have to do tonight? Is my boss gonna be looking at my TPS report cover sheet? Like, you're so busy counting, you don't have a lot of time to focus on other things that might be distracting you. So you just do that. You're gonna have thoughts. They're gonna fly in there. Here's the hack. Don't react, right? You're gonna feel things. You might feel hungry, you might feel bored, you might feel tired. Here's the hack. Don't react. When your body sees that you can have thoughts and emotions and not have to be reactive to them, that's when it lets up some of the control and that muscle of yours gets built. Don't expect an epiphany while you're meditating. The benefits will come afterward. You'll notice them pretty quickly. You don't have to do this for months or weeks. I mean, you can notice in a few days that you're more calm in situations, and people will treat you differently. I swear, when I'm on a good meditative practice for a while, I exude some sort of calm energy, this peace, and I'll walk into a room and people just look at me and they like want to touch the hem of my cloak, and they want to bring me bread and offerings. Like, I'm kidding, but people do treat you differently. For me, even yoga for me is like an hour-long meditation, because I'm having all kind of thoughts. I'm annoyed that I got to hold this stupid position. I'm irritated that I'm not flexible in this way and it kind of hurts. And I'm just sitting there like, oh man, I wish this damn thing would be over. And in my head the whole time, I'm repeating to myself, there is peace in this moment. There is calm in this moment. That's really what I'm saying for an hour, because it's not super comfortable for me. But after that, it's like I've done a full week of meditation, and it's just really peaceful and calming, and I have a lot of mindful control over how my body reacts. So this is great if you're a boss, this is great if you're a parent, this is great if you're running a business, this is great if you're an employee, this is great if you're a trainer, this is great if you're a leader, this is great if you are a human being that wants to have more control over their experience with the world and stop being pushed around by what they're feeling and what they're thinking all the time. And you become the master of your own destiny. So I'll put a link below to a full write-up of these same meditative practices. My recommendation to you is put a reminder in your phone. Wake up and try to make it the first thing you do. Start with 5 minutes. Don't have some crazy expectation of what you're going to notice while you're meditating. Just promise yourself you're going to do it for a week. Do it every day. And the changes, the improvements are not going to happen during meditation. Don't expect that. They will happen throughout the rest of the day when you aren't reacting or being stressed or anxious or pissed or annoyed or mad all the time. That's what you need to track and notice the difference of. So I hope these work out for you. And if you've tried these techniques or you have others you recommend, please put that in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. I love to get your input. Feel free to check out more of my videos that talk about healthy nutritional habits to lower your energy. Excuse me, you don't want to lower your energy. You want to lower your fat, you want to raise your energy, you want to be more productive, and you want to have less body aches and pains. So to you, I believe in you. You can do this. This is a practice you can figure out. Just be patient with yourself, and you can master this as a new way for you to be in charge of your own destiny. Be well.